Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be discussing Cosmik Finance, which aims to tackle the issue of sustainability. This is another auto staking compounding token, but it has a couple different components and it is the first that I have seen on a Binance Smart Chain. But before we get right into this, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you are new, this is Study Crypto, where we simplify crypto for the average investor. Also, if you like this content, please give this video a thumbs up. Finally, remember, crypto can be super risky. This is not financial advice, as we are just providing information for you so that you can do your own research. So let's get into the documentation of this one. This is another auto staking project, but I like the concept of it because initially from the jump, they are looking to tackle the issue of sustainability. So this has a dynamic APR, which means that pretty much your APR is constantly changing based on the market conditions. So you can get anywhere from 19,000 all the way up to 200,000% APR. First things first, just off an overview of the project, it is KYC, double KYC actually. It has 2 KYC. It also has a solidity audit that has been done as well. Whenever you buy, you're looking at a 14% tax, and whenever you sell, you're looking at a 16% tax. But we'll get into some of that later on. So Dynamics APY, like I stated before, it pretty much just fluctuates your APY every single day based on the market conditions. They are saying that they have bulletproof security with their KYC. They also say that they have partnerships, and they are also claiming that they will be one of the first to be listed on a CEX exchange. So this is something really interesting. For those of you that don't know, pretty much a centralized exchange. We see a lot of these that are listed on decentralized exchanges, but this claims to want to list on a centralized exchange. Again, we haven't seen anything yet. This is something that has not been done as of yet. And whenever you go into the documentation, they keep saying that it will be done in the future. This auto compounding token also has a DAO component as well. And it also has an extra layer of security by having multi-sig, which simply just means having multiple individuals that are in control of all of their assets. So is Cosmik Finance a fork? They clearly state that they are not a fork. They claim that this contract has been created from scratch, so no, it is not a fork. Another thing is they also give us an update of the tokens, and the supply of these tokens are only 3.25 billion, which is not bad. I've seen much higher than that, so that is pretty good as well. Now, they do have the wrap component, the Cosmik token with the wrap Cosmik token. For those of you not familiar, think of it like Wonderland, whenever you had your memo and then you had your W memo. So it's kind of like, think of it as a cookie that's being just broken up into many different pieces. The way I like to explain this, think of it as having stock dividends, right? If you own Apple stocks, every quarter or every month or whatever the case may be, you may get some dividends. Now, remember, if you have one Apple stock, that's always one Apple stock. But because it is constantly paying you out those dividends, that is kind of like what the whole wrap and unwrap of tokens is that you still have that one token, but it is constantly being broken into little pieces by paying you out those dividends. We can see right here their roadmaps. They've done a lot of things. You can go right on their website and check that out. But I really want to get into the main concept of the tokenomics. So let's get right into it. The APY, like stated before, the APY is dynamic. So what that means is that it is constantly changing. I apologize. Earlier in the video, I said APR. It was actually APY, not APR. APY is annual percent year and APR is annual percent rate. This can have a minimum of 19,167.27%. The max it can have is 265,000. So the way it goes is that it constantly changes. Now you are receiving that rebate every 10 minutes, and they have a nice calculation below that you can take a look of it. But to keep it simple, guys, all they're doing is just pretty much adjusting the rate based on market conditions to just be able to maintain that sustainability. So you're able to get anywhere between 1.4% daily all the way up to 2.1% max daily, which is a cool thing, right? We see a lot of these projects just jump in and just give you a crazy APY, and then they just can't sustain it. With this, they're kind of tackling that issue by having a nice sustainability function. They also have a dynamic tax, which again again, also just changes. The more tokens you have, the higher your tax rate will be. But this really looks like it impacts those whales. So this is kind of like an anti-whale protection to help the little guys. The more and more tokens whale have, the higher of a tax that they will have to pay out. They also have what is known as the vault, which is pretty much just another way to back up the rebases, which it kind of seems to me like a RFV wallet, which if we've seen it with other projects, is pretty much just another wallet that is backing up all of the rebases. And the principal tax, whenever you buy, you're looking at 14%. Whenever you sell, you're looking at 16%. So whenever you buy, some of that money is going into the vault. Some of it is going into their LP. A lot of it is going into their trust. They do have a trust. And then a lot of it is going into the fire pit, which is pretty much just the burning mechanisms that they also have. And then as well as when you sell, same concept. And then they have their breakdown right here where you can go check it out. The auto staking is every 10 minutes, which is pretty cool. And this project has recently launched. Now, of course, right now, the market conditions do seem to be pretty rough, but I actually think this project is pretty solid. I like the concept of what they're doing. They're starting from the jump with their own idea of, you know, just pretty much tackling that whole inflationary concept and also trying to be sustainable. They do seem to be pretty credible. I mean, just for the fact that they have a double KYC, their contract is audited, and it looks like, you know, this project does remind me a lot of Sphere. A lot of what they are talking about, Sphere does have, and Sphere is looking to achieve. The difference with them is they pretty much came out from the jump with this. Sphere has been trying to just constantly add on and add on and add on, but the fact that this project launched and it already had that. And another good thing is that if they do get on a CEX, this will be huge and the potential can be really, really great there. So if you get in early, this could have an upside potential. But again, we have to wait and see if that will happen. A lot of times, some of these projects promise, and they never really deliver. So I'm curious to see if this will happen. And if it does happen, for all of those that get in early, I can clearly see an upside potential for this one. So there you have it. This is Cosmik Finance. Hopefully you like this video. If you found value from it, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new, please subscribe. Thank you and see you next time.